Good evening, friends and fans of Flights of Fandom. I am Zach, the GM for this wonderful new Firefly two-shot that we are doing called Once More Into the Verse. I am otherwise known as Great Zamino, and I use he, him pronouns. And it is my pleasure to have assembled this wonderful cast tonight to reclaim the Firefly universe for this channel and for people that don't really like Joss Whedon all that much, but love the work that has basically kind of grown out of these seeds and just presents such a wonderful oyster through which to dig around for pearls in the fan universe and in fandom. So I am joined once again through after all of those terrible, weird analogies and metaphors. By my fantastic cast for tonight, and starting on the left side of the screen, Des, if you'd like to go ahead and give your introduction.
Hi, my name is Des. I am Despalooza everywhere on the internet. And tonight and last week, I'm playing your pilot, Aya, your boba drinking, happy-go-lucky pilot, Aya.
Awesome. Moving down the overlay, Marcy, if you'd like to give your intro.
Hey y'all, it's me, Marcy, aka Experimental Madness, which is the name you can find me most places around the internet except for Twitter, where I don't really exist on there. But in theory, you can find me under the username Marciful. And I am back playing Slash, the resident muscle, ex-Reaver, all around nearly 7 foot tall, so much muscle, just your resident badass.
Fantastic. And moving over to the other side of the overlay, Hopper, if you'd like to go ahead and give your introduction.
'Tis I, Hopper. What's up? I'm Hopper. I use they, them pronouns, as does my character, Slate Redding, who is basically just Tig Notaro, but angrier and more traumatized. I love you. Don't worry about it. And if if you really care, to seek out bad things that will probably hurt you, I can be found on the internet under Fail Deadly, and that is with a 3 instead of an E, so it looks like Fail Badly. And come for the bad hot takes, stay for the bad hot takes. That's my motto. I don't know. I
love this.
Sounds like a threat too, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love this hard sell you do every time. Finally, rounding out this crew of miscreants and misfits, Puja, if you'd like to give your introduction.
Hello, everybody. I am Puja. You can find me on the internet at Puja on Twitter and at Jabberwocky on Instagram and indeed Twitch chat. And today I am back playing the captain of this ragtag group of chucklefucks. And I'm excited to see what we can get up to because max chaos, as always, is my guess.
I love it. And so a lot has transpired, and I'll tell you what, between all of us, I'm ready. I think we aim to misbehave. Should we? I think we should. So let me put on some music for us as we recount the events of the previous episode. Let us know once again, as always, if this music's a little bit too loud, and always adjust the levels. So when last we checked in on our big damn heroes, they had found their way onto the outskirts of the core worlds within the White Sun system at Persephone, a planet wherein both the low lifes and the upper echelons of society intermingled uneasily within this kind of snapshot of the verse. At which point they found themselves, all 4 of them, lured into a business deal with one unscrupulous character the fine businessman himself who makes his home and HQ out of the Eaves Down docks, one Badger. So Badger had a bit of a salvage job for all of you that entailed going not too far away from an alliance trading route, wherein you might be able to find some wreckage or some salvage on which to kind of act as scavengers and pull home something of value. When you did take those coordinates after a little bit of hitting the bricks to find out just how safe or dangerous a mission this was, you arrived at the spot, beginning your heist or engagement, and finding out that this was now routine salvage operation for the Helena and its crew. Instead, indeed, it was something of a morbid scene wherein you guys found yourselves in the middle of a ship graveyard, and not just any ship graveyard, but a reaver ship graveyard. Only rendered such by what you later found out was a massive EMP weapon detonated by the Alliance vessel, the Charybdis, a massive Crete class, or not a Crete class, but a longbow class star cruiser that triggered a dead man switch protocol, leaving all of the ships around it, including the one docked to it, completely adrift, floating dead in space. However, this protocol did not activate before the docking of one particularly prominent reaver vessel, one which two of the crew Slash and Slate recognized, the Guan Yu, once again another longbow class star cruiser that has been rendered fairly unrecognizable by its tenure in the hands of the Reavers. So after revisiting old memories, you guys basically started your engagement by deploying a grappling hook towards the aft engines of the Charybdis. All of you spacewalked towards the aft engine thrusters that were now cool and dead from having been unfired for several hours. Through some miraculous bit of ingenuity and memory, Slash was able to basically penetrate the engineering pipes that led from the thrusters into the engineering deck, wherein you were able to make your way into engineering, but not, of course, before you guys had received a distress message that was off of the main Alliance frequency, one from a seeming survivor of this calamity, one Mei Li Ying, someone dressed in the garments of a companion, apparently aboard the Charybdis. So after some searching, you guys kind of passed the med bays of the Charybdis and headed towards the bridge, which Aya determined would be the most likely area from which the transmission could come, only to gaze through the windows of the passage or hallway leading to this bridge deck and discovering that there were shapes and shadows moving just within your eye shot. Ostensibly, whoever made it aboard the Charybdis, or whoever remains aboard the Charybdis after a massive Reaver raid. So I'm going to turn on some different music.
Once again, definitely thought you were about to say you're going to turn a card, but that's because I'm still still got our other game on my brain.
Oh yeah. I can do that too if you guys want.
No, that's fine.
Are you sure? Okay.
Also, a part of me is like, what if it actually does accurately predict something?
Then we'll just have full confirmation that Monty Cook is the one true source of magic in this world, because fuck.
And
I'm haunted.
And the Firefly universe would get real fucking weird.
Real weird.
Honestly, not a bad pitch for...
Nope.
So, Aya, you are in the cockpit of the Helena. And you kind of, I think, listening with some trepidation to the comms of your comrades. I imagine if you would like, there can be a video feed patched in from one of the space suits that you guys are wearing.
I think we have it because I ended up seeing Slash just go ham and being very shocked.
Excellent. Excellent. So your friends are in this derelict longbow class star cruiser, and the three of them are seeing shadows moving in the dark, kind of many shadows, at least from what they can tell in their vantage point. My question to all of you is, what do you do?
I feel like Slash's instincts are about to kick in. And it's not D&D, so I'm not going to say she's going to hold an action, but that's the best way I can describe how she's behaving right now, which is the second she encounters an enemy that actually makes itself known, she will attack.
Okay. What is everybody else doing? Slate.
Slate is literally just right behind Slash, ready to.
It's a good place for everybody to be.
Yeah, like it's a safe place to be, but also ready to just generally provide support or do their best to reel her back in if it's a friendly, should a friendly fire situation arise.
Okay. Finally, Captain Arora, what are you doing to brace yourself for this moment?
Arora, being a mastermind, would like to study the situation. They would like to. Who am I?
Excellent.
I would like to analyze.
I've never heard anyone say that on this show, period.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Who are you and what
not
have you done
once.
with Puja?
I've heard scope the scene for sure, get perception rolling on in there, but I need to fully get the whole just the essence.
Yeah.
Way too many of us play.
Shoot 'em ups.
Yeah.
So
I mean, listen, I'm at least trying to stick to this character I have chosen.
I'm proud of you. I believe in you.
okay. So I am going to do well, first off, I want to say this sounds like you guys could, if you wanted to, do a group action roll to assist Captain Arora, but I also want to give Aya an opportunity. Aya, is there anything any action that you imagine you could do to assist Captain Arora in this moment from where you are? Or any action that you would like to take?
Yeah, honestly, at this exact moment, I don't think that Aya I don't think Aya could do anything. I guess at the very least, I think what I imagine is that not that the ship is off, but obviously she's kind of idling out in space. But the second that she realizes that they see the shadows, I'm preparing to just get them out of there. The second, if they have to run, I'm ready for them and we can go.
Okay. So in that case, this is going to be, I think this is going to place a little bit on Captain Aurora's plate in the fact that I think that there's going to be two things that you can do. One is the study action, but the other thing I would like you to do is I'd like you to make me a luck roll equal to that study.
Okay. All right. Which one do you want me to roll first?
Let's start with the luck roll.
All right. Des, I'm using it.
I love it.
Well, that's a 5 and a 6.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey.
Okay. So on a success, I think that when you take that's good for me to know. You have this success. It's not a critical, but it's a success.
Yes.
So what I would like you to do now is to conduct your action. Let me see if there's anything I can do for a group action for you guys. I'm just looking in terms of teamwork. Okay. If multiple people attempt the same action, everyone can roll for it. Everyone takes 1 stress, and the best single roll accounts for the group. You guys can roll to help Captain Aurora in this case, unless you just want her to roll for herself. What do you guys want to do?
Do you want to help me?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, like, is somebody going to act as a point person, or is somebody going to act as a spotter? That sort of thing.
I don't know if Slash can, but I feel like Slate.
The spirit is willing, but
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of a Slate very specifically is just kind of literal, like basically planning on it is I'm trying to figure out how to say it without sounding shitty, but treating Slash like an attack dog, and is so like trying to control the situation.
she's not doing anything yet.
She's not doing anything yet, but also.
But the electric buzzsaw has started to whir.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
So I think Slate is definitely in a position to do like to call stuff out and to observe.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a roll, Captain Aurora. If you'd like, I can offer you a devil's bargain.
I would like to hear the devil's bargain.
When do we not want to?
So I will say this, on your study roll, if you take this additional die for this devil's bargain, it will start a clock and I will tick it once.
Ooh. Oh, wait, can you remind me, do we have a clock going already?
No, you guys managed to avoid that consequence last time.
That's right.
Oh.
Because I remember clocks being discussed.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's a one shot. Let's have a clock. It seems like a fun day.
Yeah, go for it. What's the worst that can happen?
A lot, but it'll be fun.
I can think of some options.
I'm just having some trauma from the last time we had clocks.
Okay.
All right. I got 2 5s and a 1.
2 5s and a 1. Okay.
That's the second 5 your dice has rolled.
So that is
God bless these dice.
so that is a mixed success. And what does this look like? What you're trying to do?
So what was the barrier in between us and the room full of shadowy figures?
Basically an alliance door.
Okay.
That appears to be. I think at this point it's kind of. I think it's somewhat opened a little bit, like probably a crack, and it's kind of flickering in that horror movie spaceship fashion where some of the auxiliary lights seem to have been damaged by one of the marauding reavers, and so you can kind of look through the window on one side, but you can also look through the crack, and as you get closer you hear the sound of grunts and angry kind of prodding and scraping of metal against metal. And I think that as you get closer, you peer through the door, and with your success, there are only 4 reavers that you see through the crack.
Okay.
And I think as you kind of peer through, it's a mixed success. So one of them is going to turn back, and you and the rest of them are going to probably, of your crew, are going to move just out of eye shot. Eye shot.
Are you Sean Connery now?
Eye shot.
Let me tell you about eye shite right now, okay?
Listen here, kids. Everybody shites.
One penny.
I shite, you shite, we all shite.
Oh, spitting facts.
Punch the keys. Anyway, okay. That's enough Finding Forrester, isn't it?
Wow.
So you guys, I think what you do is you get flat against the door as one of them kind of peers back, its face a mess of self-mutilation, piercings and tattoos, or kind of brands that are clearly self-inflicted. So I think that it got a little bit of a small glance. It probably didn't necessarily see anything. So I am just going to mark this 6 o'clock with 2 segments for the mixed success. and I am going to mark it Reavers become
Bad.
aware of you, ostensibly. So you now have the layout of the room. I will say with a mixed success, you don't get any details beyond that.
Okay. I think Ryka is going to immediately like convey via sign, that they're looking at 4, and just what she was able to notice through a crack, and kind of look to Slate and Aya, and then kind of under her breath, she wants to whisper to Aya, I see 4. Are you picking up more heat signatures?
Can we check? Can I check to see what I'm seeing from the ship?
I'll let you guys Star Trek this shit. Sure.
Beep boop. I don't know. I should do shit.
Do the clickety clackety. This is God damn it. This is a fucking mechanical.
I think the word you're looking for is Goram.
Yeah, that's
We're in a mechanical analog universe. The buttons go clicky clacky.
all right.
For the attacky?
For
Fuck you.
click, what was it? Like
Clickety clacky.
click it. What was it? Like I told you. Clickety clackety. I roll to attackity. Okay.
I will remember this.
Somebody stop us.
So ain't nothing in the verse can stop us.
Ain't no power in the verse can stop me.
All right.
God, I wish something could.
Okay, Aya, what I would like you to do is I think you can roll operate or whichever technical ability you want to use. You can also use study if you want to use the long range sensors to pick up this information. I am going to say that the level of this ship and the station it is going to be probably 1 higher than anything you've worked on before. So that's going to be 1 penalty of 1 die. You can stress yourself to add another die, and I will also offer if you don't want to do the stress, I will offer another devil's bargain.
But what if I want to do stress and a devil's bargain?
I think you can only do 1, but it's a 1 shot.
Oh Jesus. the safety tools are completely
The safeties
gone.
The safeties are off. David would not approve, but you know what? I am taking his dad's convertible for a spin come hell or high water.
All
Did
right.
you just drop a Ferris Bueller reference into here?
I did. You're gonna have to live with that. All right.
Okay, so
I
that
have
said,
whiskey, so
All right.
I can
even
live
though I
with most
said
things.
yes, what is the devil's bargain?
That's fair.
So the devil's bargain is that in addition to the sensor, whatever you pick up on the sensor for life signatures, you are also going to pick up something else.
Sure, that sounds safe. Let's do it. So I'll roll, and then I have to take the one dice penalty. Got it.
Oh wait,
Okay.
David just chimed in.
I'm losing
Dad,
it.
what are you're home early?
Parents are home. Party's over.
It's the devil we typically bargain with.
Yeah. You can't tell us what to do here. You have no power here.
All right. So roll 2 dice, subtract 1 for the higher level, and then we'll see how
Okay.
this goes.
I got a 5 and a 3.
Okay. So on the life signatures, as far as you can tell, I think that there is some shielding that prevents you from seeing anything from beyond where you've been kind of focusing your scans. You know that every place other than the engineering deck and the med bays and the bridge are completely dead as all get out, because the life support was vented. I believe the Firefly term is corpseified. So everything other than those decks has been corpseified, but there is enough shielding on those areas that it's not clear beyond the 4 life signatures that you pick up. I will say this, in addition to picking up the life signatures, your long distance scanners pick up something, which is another Alliance ship, a longbow class cruiser, very, very far out, but slowly approaching.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah, Cap, I think you're fine, but we may have some other company fairly soon. So I'll let you know if they get too close.
All right. And I think at that, Ryka turns to Slash and gives a nod.
Slash understood
There's
that
only one
one.
way through with Reavers.
Oh,
We all
yeah,
know
yeah,
this,
yeah.
right?
Slash understood that one.
Okay. Because I think Slate looks surprised. I was like, there's only one way through.
Oh,
with
yeah,
Reavers.
yeah, yeah.
Captain knows this.
She fully
Slate.
turns on the electric buzzsaw that is attached to her amputated hand, and steps she steps back just a little bit and takes a running jump out into the hallway where we saw the shadowed figures, and is gonna fucking massacre them.
It sounds like I need to change the music.
Oh yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's go ahead with, I think it's, let's go with Junkyard Tribe.
Oh, that's perfect.
Ooh.
All right, so you bring the buzzsaw to bear. I'd like you to make me a skirmish fortune roll for you, Slash.
Sure. Just a fortune roll, not my actual attack.
Yeah, please.
Oh, nope. Oh, thank God. That was 2 2s and a 6.
Okay, 2 2s and a 6, so you do succeed. You do not recognize any of these Reavers.
I don't think it would have mattered at that point.
Yeah, okay, so describe for me what these former crewmates of yours look like.
I mean, to be fair, they're probably as messed up as Slash herself is. They've got the typical brands and scarification of most of the other Reavers. I think many of them have fully shaved heads. She might be unique amongst them in that regard because she's now had some time in civilization where her hair is starting to come back in a little peach fuzz, scatter patches. I think even though we know Reavers are pretty brawny, Slash was already stacked before Reaverification. It just sort of brought out the real essence of her in a weird way. So she still towers over many of these former crewmates that are in her way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the light of recognition is gone. It's replaced by pure battle lust. She's reverting back to that primal state. She's snarling and growling. I think there's a very almost non-human roar that unleashes itself from her throat as she brings the buzzsaw and her one good hand to bear on these other Reavers.
Cool. So do you have any moves that you would like to use, or
Yeah, I'd love to push myself.
Okay.
I have something called Unstoppable. When I push myself, I get to choose one of the following: perform a superhuman feat of physical force, or engage a small group of opponents on equal footing in close combat.
Fucking metal.
I'll let you guess
it.
which one I'm going to be choosing.
I am gonna say, yeah, absolutely. You may engage this small group on equal footing.
Stress first.
Yeah.
It's a one shot. Let's just take the stress. How can I be more traumatized anyway?
So I will say this. You may go ahead and roll skirmish to hit these guys as hard as you can.
Oops, I just know Nightbot's drunk. This is the final part of our Firefly Two-shot, not the first part. Anyway.
I will also offer you another devil's bargain if you like.
Oh, do tell. I have to know. I always have to know.
You will be overtaken by the battle lust
Oh.
if you take the devil's bargain. Or you can just push yourself, or do both. Why not? I'm a benevolent GM, I think.
He
I'm
said
not going to take the
menacingly.
devil's bargain just yet.
Okay.
I'm not going to take that. I give it time. I'm sure this won't be my first battle engagement of the night.
Absolutely.
My dance card is not yet full.
Okay, give me them rolls.
Oh, baby. I've already got 1 6 on the table. Let's see if I can get one more, because I'm looking at a 6 and a 4 right now. No.
Okay.
6, 4, and 2.
I'm going to say with a 6, I think you basically surprise one of these guys. This fellow that basically has his lips pulled back and kind of like held up with almost like knitting needle type piercings, just very large gauges, kind of like looks at you, his teeth similarly filed down, and he turns to face you right as you bring the saw down. Describe for me what happens.
He has been cleft in twain.
Cleft in twain.
Non-lethally.
This non-lethally? Cleft in twain. Non-lethally.
Cleft in twain. I wanted to do non-lethal damage. No, just the buzzsaw has just...
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's this angry look of anguish and savagery on his face as he brings to bear this nasty-looking set of knives in either hand that probably were surgical implements, and then just the light goes straight out of his eyes, and the other three turn to face you, realizing that they are looking at something of an equal. And they begin to square up to you. What are Slate and Captain Aurora doing right now?
So backup?
Okay. What does backup look like?
Backup, when you are a mastermind, looks like if something manages to not immediately drop dead when Slash moves through them to it's like the stay down.
Nice.
It's like the whack-a-mole that happens in the backup.
It's really like, yeah, it's more of a auxiliary, like going around, killing the wounded,
Putting them out of their misery,
Mhm.
Also simultaneously probably looking for I doubt Reavers have helpful tech or shit, but I don't know, if there's useful looking weapons or things, it's cleanup duty. We are the hyenas
Does it literally
back after the lion's gone through.
Does it literally look like Slash murdering a bunch of people and really fast, and then Slate wandering through and shooting anybody in the face that's still moving, and then Captain Aurora wandering through and grabbing anything that looks useful?
Yeah, I strongly think that Slash doesn't have the wherewithal to check her kills. This is more blood.
Mhm.
Just I've caused blood in one person and now I'm moving on to the next. It's just maiming.
Yeah. And that's what I figured, that you might have even if Slash has taken them out, they might not be dead.
Right.
So it's more like double shotting.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I think this is very much.
Hit them when they're down.
Double tap. Yep. Very nice. Okay. All right. What was that? Rule number 1, double tap. Yeah.
Double tap.
Oh man, I haven't thought about that in a while.
Such a great movie. Anyway,
Such a good movie.
okay, so
snowballs.
Possible flight.
Oh yes,
Oh, 100% a pop.
I
Ooh,
love when that happens.
it's even on our list.
so it sounds
Ooh.
it sounds like Slate, you are wanting to make the next shot, and then it sounds like Captain Aurora is going to want to do cleanup duty. So your next step on this is I would like you to tell me what you are doing to assist Slash, and then we'll just determine your role. Are you just kind of providing support fire?
Yeah, I think every so often, Slate knows enough at this point to stay kind of out of the way of Slash. and is just kind of taking opportunistic shots, which I guess I should mark off a gun on my equipment. I do the shooty.
Okay. Do the shooty. Go ahead and give me a roll. What are you using for your skills?
I'm just going to use skirmish in this situation just because nothing else is really relevant at this point.
Awesome. Go ahead and give me that roll.
It's a single d6, for I am a poor creature. And bereft. That's a fucking 6. Get fucked.
Oh shit. Okay.
It bounced off my desk, hit the keyboard, came back down, and was like, "Fuck you." That's right.
Nothing but net. Okay. So yeah, I think that you just kind of. I think there is this moment where I think that Slash kind of brings the saw up and you just shoot it past her raised arm and I think there's kind of like this wry exchange of like, yeah, I meant to do that. And then you're like, no, I didn't mean to do that. That was very lucky. But yeah, I think you catch one of them in the shoulder. It's going to be in a less advantageous position to defend against Slash, leaving kind of 2 up. So I'm going to say that is going to add 1 die to your next roll, Slash.
4.
Yeah, exactly. So Captain Arora, what does the next step look like for double tap?
Well, if Slate has successfully double tap, I think Captain Arora is because I like this visual. Captain Arora is going to try to like pick up a bludgeoning weapon off of one of these reavers and just use that to kind of like poke around and like if there's like a
Okay, so the downed reaver that just fell, why don't you go ahead and give me a luck roll? I think that this is going to be, just use study or whatever's advantageous for like, for kind of like, go ahead.
6 and a 4.
Okay.
We are rolling like hot cakes tonight.
No, it was just don't tempt fate.
No, do not do that.
So you pick up from the down reaver a hefty looking one-handed bone saw. So it's
Whose bones?
It is serrated. It is clearly it is a really nasty looking bone saw that looks at not out of place outside of an Alliance med bay.
An actual bone saw, not a saw made out of bones.
An actual honest to God
highly
bone saw.
disappointed now.
I thought it was an actual bone saw.
Damn it! It's a missed opportunity on my part, guys. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. You have more. You have time.
You know what? That would have been the crit. You would have actually gotten a saw made out of bones. Okay.
That's
No, I'm just
fair.
a dumbass.
Okay. So you have picked up this bone saw. What would you like to do?
If there's, I think if more people come down, Ryka's gonna check them. But I think, who's alive still in this room?
So in this room, one of them is kind of gripping their side, having been shot by Slate. There are 2 that are up that are trying to attack the biggest threat, which in this case is quite literally and figuratively Slash. That said, if you would like, you can make me another study.
I will do that. Yeah, all of that, and then I land on a 1. A 5 and a 1.
5 and a 1?
Your dice is obsessed with the number 5.
Okay.
Well, it's better than nothing.
I know.
So I will say this. This is a mixed success. So I think what happens is that you take a look. There don't seem to be any other bodies in this room or any other people. There's probably a bunch of downed Reavers as well as Alliance crew members of the Charybdis. That are surrounding kind of like the interior of this bridge. The bridge is fucked pretty much entirely.
Is that your official
Yeah. Oh wait.
analysis?
Official diagnosis?
What was that? Yeah. Let me think. What would be the What would be the Firefly parlance? Hold on, give me a moment. It is 1 second.
Something in Mandarin, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking for it now. It's pretty much, it's not A grade. What is it? It's no, you know what? It's
It's butchered Mandarin.
It's
is what it is.
it's run afoul. Let's put it that way. How about that? It's Goram run afoul.
Of me.
So okay. So that is what you get, but with that mixed success, you cannot help but sense that you are missing something as you look at the bone saw in your hand.
Damn it. Slate. Swap. Ryka is not throwing a bone saw.
Oh man, I was so hoping that's what you were about to do.
No, I think Ryka would like put it on the ground and kick it over. Listen, this is a downfall to playing somebody who's self-titled as a mastermind. Like I cannot do dumb stuff.
So
but
are you giving me a bone saw?
to take a look at?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Let's go. Well,
What's
because
my
Ryka
professional
considered
medical opinion
Uh,
on this here bone saw?
well,
yeah,
okay.
As a sawbones, what's my opinion on this bone saw?
as a bone saw.
So I have to, as you do that, I have to roll for the two that are still up. So I'm rolling 2 dice for a fortune roll.
What if they get it?
4 and a 1, mixed success. I'm gonna say slash. One of them, I think you easily evade as they kind of run at you with a hastily grabbed knife. The other one seems to have made this kind of makeshift nasty set of almost like kind of like wrist claws that are attached, kind of lashed together to their wrists, and is going to take 1-2 swipes at you. But one of them, I think you're easily ducking out of the way because you are in your element. But one is going to graze your chest as you kind of jump back. You are going to suffer 1 harm unless you choose to resist it.
I shall.
Okay. So for a resistance roll, go ahead and give me what attribute you'd like to use. So select from the column. I imagine this will probably be
Prowess.
Yeah, your prowess. Roll prowess and subtract your highest roll from 6.
That is a 6.
Okay, you take no damage. You again, tell me what it looks like when you see this thing coming. How do you counter this move?
I think she just catches him like by the wrist and just lets out this like deep, horrifying laugh.
Oh wow!
That like they were gonna like catch her off guard today, and just like shoves him backwards.
And yeah, I think the crew members just and just steps back and kind of like starts trying to kind of like look for an angle. Okay, so Slate, taking a look at the bone saw, what would you like to do for me? How would you like to study it?
I'd argue that this is an operate.
Okay, go ahead.
It's pretty well within the boundaries of operate.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
I shit you not. My dice are on fire. That's a 6 and a 5.
6 and a 5. Okay.
It's not a critical, but it's so close.
This is an Alliance stamped bone saw. The thing that strikes you about it is how freshly grabbed it is, and you realize that the med bays are behind you.
Ooh. Okay. For, because Hopper's not the sharpest cookie in the tool shed. Brightest tool in the cookie jar?
Brightest bulb in the cookie jar, I think, is what you're going for.
There we go.
Sharpest bulb in the cookie jar.
There it is.
Let's get all them malapropisms.
Fuck you for knowing what that's called. Was there a reason why we were looking for the medical wang?
It occurs to you that I will go ahead and kind of like do subtext is for cowards. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you This looks like something somebody grabbed from, like one of them grabbed from the med bay behind you, which leads you to believe there might be other Reavers behind you.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
All right, cool. Can I shoot the one that Slate just pushed back?
Wait,
or at least...
you didn't you give me the gun? I was gonna do that.
Oh, did we swap?
You-
Oh,
Well,
totally.
that's what Ryka
Super cool.
asked for.
Yeah, so you slid it. I tossed. You went
You
low. I
tossed
went
it.
high. Yeah. Slate's gonna duck to let Aurora take that shot, and just goes. I think there's more behind us.
Aya,
Heads on a swivel.
what are you doing from the cockpit?
I'm still. I kind of got like one eye on them, and then also one eye on all of my sensors, clocking that Alliance ship to see where it's going, how fast it's going. Do we have a? Can I like in my brain? Like I don't find Aya to be particularly smart, but something should be able to tell her like, okay, how many more minutes before it gets too close.
Okay. I would like you to make me a luck roll. You can use whatever attribute you feel like would be appropriate.
Okie dokie. We're gonna go with a tune.
So
I'm just praying for whatever forces out in the verse to give me some smarts.
okay. And you can, I will say this, if you would like, you can try to, well, yeah. You know what? No, let's go ahead and do the attune. Go ahead and pray to the forces of the verse and see how they provide.
Wrong galaxy.
A 6? They gave me a 6.
Okay. You have probably at least an hour before they get there, long enough for a kind of a quick salvage, and maybe a spacewalk, but in just enough time, provided things don't go south.
Okay. Okay, so I see that. And they're doing Slash is doing great. The rest of them, like, you need any help, Cap?
So did you say, do you need help?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll sit tight then still.
no. I think Ryka.
No. The thing is closed now.
I think Ryka takes a moment because, Ryka needs to think about this. She needs to think about what it means. Like, yes, having another set of hands would be good, but like, there's a really quick risk analysis that I'm gonna do by rolling a die. Evens, you're coming. Or you want to be odds?
Aya wants it to be odds. But that
Okay.
doesn't matter what Aya wants.
I'm very interested to see how this will work, but go ahead. Yeah.
It's a 4.
Okay. Evens, you're coming? Okay. What does that look like? How does that work?
I put on the hazards so that people know that someone is still here. I had
Very important,
unzipped
even
my
in space.
suit. Yeah. So I had previously indicated that I had unzipped my suit because it's highly unfashionable. But now I'm just like, so I kind of really quickly put it on. I give my space Gudetama a little kiss for good luck, and then I head down to. I try to go down to join them on a late spacewalk to the ship.
So
With
I
a
am
weapon.
gonna
Very mad about it.
I'm gonna make this very clear what you're doing. You are leaving the ship unmanned.
Yes.
You
There's
are
the hazards on. I'm coming back.
You
The
are-
engine's still warm.
you're rappelling down the grappling hook by yourself and spacewalking down to provide assistance. Okay.
course.
Through the aft thrusters of this ship. So this is a desperate roll.
Absolutely.
And I am going to say, okay, so let me go ahead and just make sure. If this is desperate, I just need to make sure. What happens
Listen,
when you
the
roll
Reavers
desperate?
left us short-staffed.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I will note I have like I also set a timer. It's like okay, 30 minutes, and then I have to go back, get the car going.
Get the
my
heater running.
in my
Yeah.
and in my mind it's an egg timer. Okay. So roll desperate. I take it this will probably either honestly, this could be an attune where you try to roll with the luck of the verse. You could make this an operate. Because at this point it's bravado and luck and technical skill, and you can choose
Maneuver? Are you a maneuverer?
I will
Maneuver.
whatever
Let's go
works.
maneuver. Let's go with maneuver
like it is
then.
Sure,
Movement
let's roll them
fast.
dice.
Move your body.
I will say that you may pay stress to add give yourself a die unless you have a move that you'd like to use, and then spacewalk, and then see how you do.
Whatever like majestic forces are there in the verse are watching upon Aya. I got a 6, a 5, and a 5.
Wow. Okay. Just tell me how this is like. Tell me what this looks like and how it's so much better than Han Solo ever did on his best day.
It's crazy. Okay, so she parks the thing, and like as she kind of like moves through, I just imagine like the most fluid but like nonchalant sort of walking through, like she's kind of like swinging through, she's spacewalking, and then as she gets on the ship that they're on, she sees like she's kind of going through almost like I imagine if you could hear her, you would just hear her whistling as she just kind of skips through the ship, picking up stuff that kind of looks interesting. She's like, maybe we could use this. Maybe we can use that. Don't worry, the car's still running, so it's good. We got time. And then
Aya's window shopping.
This is such chaos.
Okay.
and I think that like I think they don't realize that maybe she's coming down. So at some point, just like really loudly pounds on something. She's like, "Hello, it's me."
We have earpieces.
Oh right.
That's how we've been talking to you.
Hang
Still
on,
does
Cap,
that.
I'm coming.
Do not retcon that.
Do not.
No, we're keeping it. We're
No.
keeping it.
No. Not she. Just like there is a moment where it's like I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I wait. No, that's bad luck. Never mind. And just travel down doing this.
Too soon, Zach. Too
I know.
soon.
I know. It's always too soon.
It
But
didn't happen. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Fuck
exactly.
Joss
right.
Whedon.
Yeah.
What was
Oh.
that? Fuck Joss
Oh.
Whedon?
Fuck Joss
And-
Whedon. Fuck what?
And while and somehow we still don't know where she arrives with her boba.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
Just
How
like
are you drinking this? You're in a spacesuit.
I think you have.
Emergency
Yeah.
induction port.
If I may,
In the suit.
Aw.
if I may, I think you've probably duct taped it to the outside of like the sleeves or whatnot, so that when you get inside, you can lift up the visor and just go and
You
get
need one of those like beer helmets, but it's for boba.
Oh, so it's extra big.
Yes.
So, just so my curiosity is satisfied, what tune are you whistling as you make your way down?
I just do a cat in the background.
Yeah, that was Houdini.
I feel like we're going with the rendition of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. But the Hawaiian one, she's like, like very chill.
Oh,
like
I
she's
love that
afraid, but after she realized, like, oh, we've got an hour. We got time. This is fun. We got everything's gravy. She was worried, but now it's good.
Okay. All right.
We're all gonna
So
die.
this is all canon. This happened. This is This is all possible. It's absolutely feasible and probable and possible.
course.
And I love it. Slash.
Them sounded like
Yeah, what's up?
bargaining words.
Picking up where you left off, you have wounded one of these guys. 2 of them remain. What are you gonna do?
Bite the one that tried to hit me.
Okay. Give me that skirmish roll.
Sure.
Get feral, baby. You get 4, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
you,
that's
you
right.
get plus
I
1.
totally do. Nice. Okay. It's a good thing I did because those first 2 were snake eyes, but the next ones were a 5 and a 4.
Okay. So on a mixed success, I think you chomp into this guy. fairly quickly, leaving kind of 2 out of the remaining 3 injured. And I think, however, because it is a mixed success, once again, I think having that point where you kind of chomp, he is going to see, feeling that is going to try to chomp right back with his filed teeth. And you are going to suffer 2 harm because you are in close proximity. You may, however, resist that. Go ahead and give me them prowess rolls.
It's a Reaver Eat Reaver world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I kid you not. It does say huzzah on my brand new little dice.
No.
Oh,
So that's
God.
another 6.
Hoisted,
You can't kill me.
hoisted by my own
Take the sky for
petard.
me.
Okay, you suffer once again. No stress as
I am unfuckable.
That means something totally different where I
You
come from.
cannot mess with me.
I believe that the term you are looking for is unfuckwittable.
No. This was not me messing up. It was a reference to a show.
Oh,
Okay, so you take a big chomp out of this guy's deltoid, and yeah, exactly. Your filed teeth come back with a chunk between them,
Oh man.
and he howls in pain.
I can't decide if she eats it or not. She might.
All right. Well, was it not the most sanitary thing, but you know
Still a
what?
Reaver.
It's stylish as hell. Yeah, it was it. You can take the Reaver out of the girl, but the Reaver comes back. I don't know. We're gonna figure that out later. Slate, you just watched your buddy just chow down on some prime rib. What are you gonna do? Or beef tartare, I should say.
I was about to say that's a really, really generous comparing this person to prime rib, but whatever. That was a weird thought process to have. Moving on.
you could see where we lost Hopper.
I was just like, ooh.
Somebody clip that moment, that just the shine in the eye there. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So I think at this point, Slate has passed off their pistol to Arora. It's a big fuck off revolver for the record. And is going to, wielding this bone saw, go and make sure we're not about to be flanked from the med bay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that roll for a. I will tell you this. Give me a luck roll first. Whatever you want to
Oh my god,
use.
those fuckers bounce. It's only a 3 though. I got new squishy silicone dice, and those fuckers run.
Okay, so you got a 3.
Yeah.
Okay. As if in response to the commotion, you see one Reaver pop out that seems to be his veins are varicose, as if they're kind of standing out. From your medical opinion, this guy got into whatever stimulants or adrenaline they have available in the med bay and is going to start running towards you. You may take your action now.
We have a
I'd like-
roided out Reaver,
That's the
as if they weren't already roided out.
Yeah.
So Slate's gonna pop open their hip pouch and pull out a big old fuck off syringe.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I would like to sedate this fucking roid raging Reaver who's about to rage all over the place.
Okay. You are
Dr. Redding is prescribing a fucking nap.
okay. So you go ahead. I will tell you this. He is going to be 1 level higher. So it's going to
Right.
subtract 1 die from your total pool. What are you doing?
I would argue that this is an operate roll, as I'm going to run up and jam a big syringe into whatever big meaty part I can find. Which,
Yeah,
given the description, I'm sure is there are a plethora of
I'm
targets.
picturing like a psycho from Borderlands right now.
Oh yeah.
Basically.
Absolutely. And I think that the thing that strikes you about this is it's going to have to be the carotid artery, because nothing is going to get fast enough to his brain to knock him out.
Great.
So I will tell you this. This is a desperate roll. You may add stress. You may also take a devil's bargain.
Well, tell me, Zach, what might that look like?
He's gonna take a chunk out of you.
Oh, can Ryka help?
Yeah, absolutely. You may, if you guys, both of you guys are seeing this now, I think. So you guys may lead a group action.
I really like the drama of this devil's bargain.
Oh, because Ryka has a gun that Slate gave her, so she wants to shoot it in the head in an attempt to slow it down enough for Slate to stab it.
Okay.
In the neck.
I also have a special ability to protect a crewmate.
Okay. All right. I think that in that case, what that is going to look like. So I'm going to say the special ability wins out unless Slate, you want to say, no, I want to do this. Okay.
Oh, I'd like to, yeah, I would like to fully narrate the process, but yes, the special ability can totally go through.
Okay.
As long as we get the juicy
I think
drama.
Ryka can still fire a shot off.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I feel like fires a shot, Slate runs up, stabs, and then we see what happens.
I just take your consequence of the devil's bargain.
Yeah, there's also no
Does that mean
guarantee
you're
I'm-
taking the devil's bargain?
I am.
Oh, also, I didn't know. Can you resist a devil's bargain? You can't, right?
You
can't resist the consequences
You
of it?
cannot. You take the die in exchange for the bargain happening.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my rogue sneak attack dice just because it feels apropos,
Okay.
and one of the huzzah dice as well.
Awesome. What you got?
Fuck me, not great.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's a 1 and a 2.
Wait. How many total did you roll?
2.
Okay. All right. At which point,
I was down to 1, and then I went back up to 2, and
yeah, you get knocked prone by this guy. As I think that. Oh yeah, I will. Actually, that's right. Hopper, you or not Hopper. Slate, you narrate this for me.
okay. So
Also, you can resist a failed roll, the consequences of a failed roll, and also I can help you with that because
ooh,
I have something
love
called
that.
contingency plan, which gives me 1 armor to allow a crewmate to resist the consequences of a failed roll.
Okay. Cool. I think that I will say what this looks like is that you, I think, move into close quarters. You go. The needle looks like it's going to go straight to the carotid artery, and then this thing, fast as hell, grabs your wrist and then looks at you with these half blood crazed eyes. One of the pupils looks as though it's I think that there's like a scar over the eyeball as this thing looks at you as if to rip your arm out of its socket, but what happens before that can transpire.
I think Slate definitely headbutts them right in the face. And unfortunately is not able to do the to get the syringe in their neck proper. And so because I think can I resist the role of just being bad at it? I don't think I can resist the consequences already. So Slate just kind of like while with their with the syringe in hand is just kind of reels back and just smashes their forehead right into the nose of this big fuck off Reaver before getting yeeted bodily at the ground. And I think there's definitely like a crack. It's unclear if it's gear or whatnot, but it sounds like it fucking hurt.
All right, and Slash, where do you come in?
I think Slash, like after like turning like their head after like ripping a part of the Reaver away, and sorry for any slip. And none of those here. Turns around and sees Slade get headbutted to the ground, and something breaks through the bloodlust for just a second, and then you just hear like this scream of Slate's name as she goes barreling into the roided out Reaver to like just immediately puts herself in between the Reaver and Slate.
Okay. So I am going to say that as you kind of do this, I think that you kind of bring to bear your fists. You are working on this thing, basically distracting it. However, from Slate, however, what it does is this roided out Reaver, he catches your arm and dislocates it. So suffer two arm harm. Arm harm.
Does the so am I not able to provide armor against that harm?
Well, part of my bodyguard ability means I get an extra dice to the resistance roll for protecting a crewmate.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can roll to resist. That said, I know that there's a lot going on. So Captain
Yeah,
Aurora,
there's too many abilities.
yeah, Captain Aurora, what's your ability? Because I can.
My ability says that, so it's called a contingency plan. And it says I have one armor on me that allows a crewmate to resist the consequences of a failed roll.
Okay.
So that I think would apply to Slate.
Also, it might be
yes,
worth
so
saving that because I have a feeling we're not done rolling badly.
Did Slate get the arm dislocated as part of failing the
No.
roll?
That was
So-
Slash.
Okay.
Slash.
That was me taking the devil's bargain in place.
Oh,
of
you got your arm
Slate.
dislocated. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
You're like, oh, it's fine if our big.
Start
Reaver
your
girl
names
gets-
with the same 3 first letters. Oh, why don't ya?
So
Well, it was funny because it's alliterative. So
Yeah.
I
Fuck
realized
you.
I realized, however, that that ability means that you get a resistance roll. So roll a resistance roll.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's fair to arbitrate it otherwise.
Okay, that's a 4.
Okay, so take 2 stress. I'm gonna grade the harm down 1 to 1, which I think means that you just get your labrum like strained.
Got
but
it.
but
So
you,
just severity 1 tick.
yeah, just
Okay.
severity 1 tick.
Got it.
I will say that Aurora, you can still pop that off and we'll have no harm, or you can save that.
Well, it's a special ability,
Right.
so that. But I get the armor once.
Yeah. You
You can do
you
it
get it
again.
once per session.
Also,
Oh,
I am a
perception.
doctor.
Yeah.
That's true.
Also Slate is a doctor. Also.
Damn it, Riker Slate's a doctor.
Yeah,
Also.
I'm gonna save that armor for when we're in more dire situation.
All right. And in that case, you still have a gun.
Dire than a roided out Reaper on a Regis.
Yes. What I would like to do is look as cool as the people in the show we're playing do. I pull out another gun I'm gonna pull out my gun because I have Slate's gun. I'll pull out my gun and I want to do the cool, like, you know how they have like the wraparound shot of the pew 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 pew, like basically. How many Reavers do we have? I don't know.
You have
3.
You have 3.
All right.
So you're going to do like the John Woo swoop of the coat. Okay. All right.
Upsetting anybody who's ever fired a real gun everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
She's not a sharpshooter.
So this is pure badass. I won't take any dice away.
This is something
It is
the
all
captain has to do
style.
on her
Let's see
own.
how much substance.
This is rule of cool. You can push yourself. What do you want to do?
I'm a push myself cause to look cool.
Okay.
And I'm assuming shooting is it a skirmish or a maneuver?
I will say that if you would like to make this a maneuver, it could be argued that it's a maneuver, or you can.
I have a dot in each, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
All right, so but I am pushing myself.
Cool.
So that's 2, right? Or is there a level disparity or anything?
You know what? I'll add a die just because it looks cool.
Well, I'm glad you did because I have a 6, a 4, and a 3.
Okay. All right. So you fire. So what does it look like when you dispatch one of the remaining other Reavers?
I think so. The captain is she's got both arms trained and she's just shooting into the one Reaver. If one makes a move towards one of the other 2, it'll be like but not a a dead shot, but like a dissuasion shot, like in the shoulder or something, and then back at the one she's honed in on.
Okay.
This is one of those like, you stayed out, you'll get your turn.
And okay. So Aya, you see all of this badass shit transpire. What are you doing?
What is she doing? I'm trying to think that's something that's helpful and not stupid. And that's where my brain is just. It's
No, by
it's
all means,
faltering.
be stupid.
Yeah, if you want to roll with
believe
chaotic
me.
stupid, go ahead. I will.
Okay, so we still have 3 Reavers up, correct?
Uh-huh.
Well, is it 2
Well,
now?
I
shot
think
one.
you.
We
I
have
think you
2?
shot one completely. I think you killed one of the
Okay.
wounded ones.
Okay, so I finally kind of come up to the med bay where they're at, and I do have a gun, so I do want to shoot one of them immediately once I come in, because I want to get in, and I think I did. Did I see Slash eat that dude?
Yeah,
Maybe?
let's say yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
also you can put 1 and 2 together when you see that just blood
Yeah, yeah,
dribbling
yeah.
down Slash's
Just
lips.
blood or sinewy stuff too?
That too, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can take a pot
In her
shot
teeth.
at a Reaver
Okay,
as I come in.
cool. So this will be the roided out one then.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's a bad thing, and I don't like that.
Okay.
Okay, so just the one.
God, is Aya our pure soul?
Or 5.
Is Aya our golden retriever?
Yeah, it's not one of us. It's not one of us.
Okay. So what are you rolling? What are you rolling here?
I did my skirmish,
Okay.
and I got a 5.
Okay. So on a mixed success, I think that you wing this this guy as he and Slash are kind of trading fisticuffs here, and I think with a mixed success, you successfully do some damage to him. However, his focus is completely still on Slash because by virtue of whatever adrenaline boosters he's taken. So that remains, leaves 1 up. I would like you actually, if you would like, could you make me a luck roll for using study or anything kind of like you would use for observation?
I guess let's try the operate then.
Cool.
Let's see. A 6.
Okay, on a 6. So the thing that you noticed is that behind the one that is just beyond where Slash was, who is now moving to kind of join with you guys in combat, it seemed like there was this kind of like bulkhead door that has been scratched and scraped and with bladed weapons, and you see it suddenly open, and Mei Li Ying, the woman that you saw from the comm, is behind it, and she seems to be wielding some sort of blade, trying to move very quietly behind the Reaver that is approaching all of you.
Nice.
Okay. I see her, and then immediately I actually turn to the Cap. I'm like kind of like, because obviously, I could talk, but my instinct is just to make head movements as if
Yeah.
like what's happening. Just to
Okay.
indicate that something's happening that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I. Mhm. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Ryka, I think when Aya's looking for it, can she see Mei Ling come out?
I think when you get the head signal from Aya, I think you can definitely make her out. You see that she is carrying that blade. I need to make a roll for the 2 remaining Reavers.
Okay.
Wow, 2 3s. So neither of them kind of managed to get a bead on you. I think that between Aya's shot and Slash's resistance and defense of Slate, the roided out one doesn't manage to get a kind of like a advantageous situation. So they are not going to do any damage this round. I am going to roll for Aya, or not for Aya, but for Mei. she got a 5, so she is going to try to shank the Reaver that is not far behind you guys. And Ryka, you see that happen as well.
I think Ryka will say, let's put these down. And I think when it's her turn, she's gonna try to shoot the one that May just attempted to shank it.
Cool.
Double tap.
Absolutely.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, do the double tap. Take a additional die for May's assistance.
Sweet. All right, we've got a 5 as the highest.
Okay. So this one gets, I think, badly injured between the two of you working, but is not yet down because it's a mixed success. Slash, you are engaging with this one, the roided out psycho kind of Reaver toe to toe with the big boy.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I think for this one, I'm gonna bring in the electric buzzsaw again and try and just stab him straight through the sternum.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we're in such like close quarters fighting here that I think like her one good arm is like on his shoulder, like to pull him in as she shanks him.
Love it.
This is some like Hulk v Abomination shit.
Absolutely.
Like they're two massive fighters right now.
Oh yeah, and do me a favor. Remember, keep that extra die because now the numbers are narrowed, but you're still tough enough to engage a small gang. So please go ahead and make sure to add that.
Cool. So I'll break even with my 1d. Oh no, never mind. I don't actually have a minus dice because the severity level isn't full.
Exactly.
Right? Is that it?
I think that's how that works. Yeah.
Per severity level, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
If David is still watching, he can correct me. Okay. Oh, baby. A 1, a 2, a 6.
Nice. Okay. So what does it look
I
like?
love the little huzzah.
Yeah. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
What do you do to end this roided out Reaver's life?
Buzzsaw through the sternum and just sort of shish kebabs him slowly as she's like just dragging him across this rotating blade. I think like really until their like foreheads are almost touching, and then she's just gonna like smash her forehead into his nose, driving it up into his brain.
Yeah, and I think that
no kill like overkill.
As you do that, I think his eyes kind of fall. I think his head rolls back, and then he kind of like looks at you as with kind of as he dies, screaming gutturally, and then for just a second, you think that there is a moment of recognition in his eyes as the light goes out. Okay, there is one Reaver remaining. Slate, you are now completely covered in blood.
This
Sorry.
is fine. Honestly, not the most traumatic thing. So still holding that syringe, Slate's gonna get up and go back for round 2.
Okay.
Covered in blood.
Okay. So
I
you're
think there's definitely like when they stand up, there's the very visual, like the distinct visual because they were on the ground. So it's just the whole front, and then the back is just clean, which is just like it's very much like they just got hosed down with blood.
It's Evil Dead levels. It's crazy.
Yeah. Real over the top. And so they run forward and are just gonna try to go for whatever a less roided target, which is nice. Do I have any penalties?
I am gonna say no. You are gonna take one die for it because this guy is completely is wounded twice over. He's on his last legs. So go ahead and add a die to your pool.
That is a 1, a 2, and a 6.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what does it look like when Reaver go night night?
I think you just watch Slate walk up and then kick this Reaver in the knee sideways, snapping breaking the joints there, dislocating the patella. He goes down hard. Slate gets on top of them, punches them in the throat, and then slams the syringe right into their chest.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's kind of like and just this.
Can we get a clean take of that?
Clean take of that. 1 second. And you guys are out of combat.
Woo!
So
Someone's gonna need to calm Slash down.
Yeah. I think all of you are kind of reeling.
Drink.
Yeah. What?
God damn it. There we go.
And let me go ahead and change this right quick. And at that point, I think you see Aya, you see May kind of taking a couple steps back, seeing Slash breathing heavily. What are all of you doing?
Slate is definitely moving towards Slash to calm her down.
Yeah, because Slash might see May and still be thinking enemy, new person, not part of the crew.
What do you say to her?
Sorry, my brain immediately went to the ScarJo.
Do not bring that up. That is horrible.
Yeah.
Speaking of fuck Joss Whedon,
Mm-hmm.
you say those words to me and I will leave the stream.
Oh no, not we
Oh my
cannot.
god, is that Marcy's emergency eject button?
No,
Yes,
we are
it's
not
one of
going to
them.
say anything.
We're not.
No, we're not. But it's just funny now. I know what it
So
is.
Slate just kind of like does a and kind of gets a little bit of clean, non-blood covered face going on, and just kind of walks up, kind of straight towards Slash. Just says, "Hey, it's good. It's good. We're done with the murder. No more kill."
Slash, you see their hands up. They can't be holding a weapon. They're flat. They're not going to arc into claws. That's kind of like the first, I think, instinctual thing you see.
Yeah, I think Slash is breathing hard, and then eventually is just Slate. Okay.
I'm doing just fine. That arm does not look so good though.
Arm. Fine.
Don't lie to
Fine
me.
enough to get back to the ship.
Slash shrugs, but with one shoulder, as if proving the fact that she can't move the other one.
Slate's gonna reach up and boop Slash on the nose,
Oh.
and then and just be like, "They're gonna hurt for a second, all right?" And then is going to somehow monkey their way up.
How are you
Slash to-
getting leverage on this?
It's
Don't
ask questions. There like I think there's like I
Make
think there's
Slash
like
kneel at least.
oh yeah
Oh,
it's
she
just like,
will.
all
She
right,
totally will.
all right
Okay.
and yeah and relocates the arm.
And
Slash doesn't really even flinch. I mean, like, she's covered in like brands and scars and piercings. She just sort of sits there, and then when you're done, like, starts swinging her arm to test it.
And at which point, I think May, taking all of this in, looks and says, "Sorry, you're the rescue?" And it's on that note, we're going to take our 10-minute break.
Nice.
Be prepared to have very affronted looks when we come back. Ryka will, while immediately kind of walking past Mei-Ling to look at what's in that bulkhead that just opened, will say, "Yeah, you can just call us your regular old Prince Charming. And also, you're welcome.
And
You wouldn't happen to know where the payload is, would you?"
payload. And
I mean, I just remembered we did technically come here to retrieve valuable objects.
So
Not just fight reapers.
And unlike some content creators and writers, we don't consider women to be objects. Joss Whedon.
And so, at which point she looks and says, I suppose you could salvage everything from the med bay, or I think you could make some use of some of the materials around engineering, but the rest of the ship, it can't support life. I think you'd be hard pressed to find anything of use without endangering yourselves. Are we leaving? When are we leaving?
You need to find yourself a suit, because I think the rest of us are like, we don't have our helmets on, but we're still in
Oh yeah, that's a
Our-
good point.
EV suits.
So I was gonna say, you guys are in your EV suits and all of your visors are up, or have you guys taken any of them off? What are you doing?
Oh, I think the helmet has been off of Slash for.
I think we took them off. Probably my guess is when Ryka was studying what was inside, because yes, it'd be protection, but it's also going to really, I'm assuming, hamper your field of vision in an actual fight.
I am going to do something right quick.
Okay.
She looks to each of you and says, well, I can certainly grab some from engineering. I think there's probably some stores there. Maybe some additional sundry supplies, but that would be in cargo. And again, there's no life support throughout the rest of the ship. And she looks to all of you and says, so what vessel are you with, the Alliance? What are you? And she kind of like looks at the ragtag team of you and just says, oh, realizing that you are not affiliated.
Yeah, I feel like
Ryka takes a bow.
Slash might be a big giveaway.
Sometimes if you need good work done, you got to use the back channels. Say hello to back channels.
Hello. So what?
Slash waves the buzzsaw. It's just mimicking everybody else was waving.
Aya
sure.
waves her hand that has the duct taped boba on it. Hello.
You're competent.
Flash, Aya, Slate, Captain Arora.
And she looks at you all and say, Mei Li Ying, Companions Guild. Thank you so much for helping me here. I assume that you must have heard my distress call.
Yep, loud and clear. Help make up our minds when it came to coming
And
on board.
and she looks at all of you and just says, so I'm not sure how much assistance I can provide in salvaging, but if you can get me off of this vessel, I would be greatly appreciative.
I need Slash to stay with me, which means I need Slate to stay with me. Aya, you think you can help this fine companion to engineering and get her kitted out?
Aya, she salutes you, and at that moment, her visor just kind of like falls down, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, yes, I can. Let's go." And she takes
Aya's
the
our
companion
ace
by with her
pilot.
boba arm.
Yeah,
And
ace pilot. You're in good hands.
And she looks, her eyes flick between the two of you, and I think there's kind of like a cocking of the head as she looks at Aya and then says, very well, I'll lead the way. And she begins walking with Aya to engineering.
All right.
So,
As for us,
yeah.
You want to hit the medical bay first, Cap? Or do you want to try to find out whatever they got going on that's bigger?
well, I think the med bay might be a surefire thing. Let's take a look at that, and I guess then we got to go scavenger hunting.
Yeah, well, let's hope this big fucker didn't take everything in it. And Slate like soccer punts the head of the big roided out dude.
Flash laughs.
DM, as a reminder, what did Badger say was on this ship?
He just specified it was a opportune salvage opportunity.
Salvage opportunity. Okay.
Yeah. So I think what I will say is if you would like to start recovering supplies, you are probably going to need to make a luck roll, bearing in mind that you guys have probably the better part of an hour to scavenge as much material as you can. So you're probably going to have to make several luck rolls as you search the ship as time counts down. And I have drawn an 8 clock for when it represents time to leave.
Okay. Yeah. And that was another reason why I didn't say it, but that's another reason why she asked Aya to go back, was to watch comms.
Okay.
And keep an eye on that Alliance ship when it's time to rally.
Just out of curiosity then, when we go time to leave, is that the 30-minute mark that Aya has on her egg timer? Or is that when the ship actually is there?
So I'm going to say that's the 30-minute mark for your egg timer.
Got it. Okay.
I was going to say, no more arbitrary punishments. I'm assuming that you guys have communicated.
We still have earpieces. And so even as she's going, Ryka's like, this is a real big ship. And we'll just grab what we can see. And you let us know when that ship gets close.
So even Slash has an earpiece?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
Slash, you are a teammate, even if Ryka is not super happy about it.
It's important to continue giving opportunities for language improvement.
Yeah, that's exactly what Slate told Ryka
in Suicide Squad, where it's just King Shark going, "Bird, get off the comms."
Yeah, Slate had to definitely make a pitch for Slash to get it, and probably said how it's really good for her rehuman development or something.
Excellent. Okay.
Rehumanification.
All right. So what are the three of you guys doing? What does this look like?
So question, Zach, as a former security officer in charge of an Alliance vessel, where would one keep something highly valuable?
I will tell you this. There are probably in a longbow star cruiser class vessel. These things are very large. They're about, let me double check. They are about, I want to say 80,000 tons. Pardon me. Cargo capacity for military is 24,000 tons. It's 640,000 tons. So
cargo size.
Yeah, these things are gigantic. They are still considered medium class Alliance vessels.
Oh, you can build it big in space. When you're building in 0G, you get to get real extra with it.
Yeah. So essentially, this is a kind of unusual longbow class in that the bridge is actually in kind of below kind of like the weaponry top hat portion of the vessel. So essentially, I will say anything valuable, any ore that is used to power the fusion engines is one thing. Anything so you're a former security officer, so slash
in
medical,
charge of the Marine detachment.
Yeah,
was a combat medic, then was in charge of a Marine detachment responsible for the security and of the audio, which
Ryka's just a scoundrel, if that helps.
So I will tell you this. Yeah, actually, you know what? This sounds like a group action. I would say I think that the challenge here is not knowing what to look for, but where to look for it in this vessel. So I want you guys to go ahead. You can pay 1 stress to do a group action, the 3 of you.
I will pay a stress.
Yeah. And then also Slate, make sure that you take 1 die representing your background.
And may I make an argument for how I can help?
Absolutely. You may absolutely make that argument, and I will listen to it.
If Aya is back on the ship, Aya could also be pulling up like blueprints, like and because I was guiding us to like where engineering is and this, and so in terms of like this should be in this half of the ship, I think in terms of just general guidance as to where, like, we don't want to go to the passenger crew cabins, we want to go to storage probably, or the armory. Yeah,
absolutely. I will tell you this, Aya, as you are kind of like looking over everything, I think that May provides assistance to you as you are scanning things, because you are dealing with a custom longbow star cruiser. So go ahead and make your roll with an additional dice as well.
What skill are we rolling?
What are you guys doing separately to gather your materials or to kind of like lead this group action?
I think so. All the systems are offline, right?
This group action. All of the systems, with the exception of engineering, med bays, and the bridge, are offline. However, if you would like, you may do a separate action that you can try to re-engage or kind of kickstart these systems, or at least one or two of them, because it got hit by a massive EMP. A lot of the electronics are fried. But if you would like to, you can do that. But the problem is it will probably eat into the amount of time that you have.
So I think the bridge should do it. Can I operate the bridge systems to try to find out where shit might be?
Absolutely. You may do that.
Cool.
And I would like to study whatever. Ooh. Okay, what'd you find?
5 and a 6. It's a 5 and a 6.
Okay.
It's a 6 on my. It's a squish on my. It's a 6 on my forbidden squishy dice and a 5 on my huzzah dice.
That die is forbidden. Okay. So.
Like, I just wanna.
Yeah. So So you are looking. You are trying to engage the bridge. What are you trying to do?
I just want to log out of the systems.
Okay. So
using like an old ass be using admin 123.
I will say
password.
I will say on a 6. Yeah, it's definitely a hacker's password. I think you type in God, and you managed to get into a admin backdoor that you had to jerry rig into some alliance systems, and knew that other people did aboard the Guan Yu, and kind of like that practice probably was probably endemic into the alliance. They're wealthy, they're powerful, they're not that smart. So okay,
human error, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Human error will stay with us well into the 2500s. Okay, so you get into the background system. I will tell you what you find in just a moment. What is everybody else doing? Slash, what are you doing?
Interesting question. I think noticing that some of the systems are offline, Slash will go up to another wall panel and attempt to bring more systems online. And I think it's like one of those moments where it's just she's seeing everyone else trying to access systems. And I think with the adrenaline still sort of like decompressing, there's a rare moment of lucidity in Slash where she just does this automatically, like, oh, like going into our stations, this used to be something that she did. And she immediately like recalibrates back to engineer and goes to bring more power back to the ship.
I will say this: if you would like to pay the flashback cost of 2 stress, I will say you can just do that.
How you doing on stress? Yeah. You don't have
just in case we need another push. I'm not gonna do that. I'll roll for it naturally.
Okay. So in that case, give me what I guess this would be kind of command, wouldn't it?
Command?
Yeah, I mean.
What did you roll last time to open the door?
I rolled Tinker.
Oh, pardon me. Use Tinker.
Okay. Yeah, I do have that.
Okay.
A 5.
Okay. So on a mixed success, I think that there are some systems that are immediately. I think that there are some systems that this is not your ship. Even at your kind of your best, you understood the Guan Yu intimately.
Yeah.
And I think that the Charybdis is a different animal, but I think what you do manage to get a hold of are some emergency arms stations available to crew members that one of which was untapped. So you have access to a nice bunch of Alliance military rifles.
Okay.
I will say that is a nice mixed success.
Yeah.
I think that, because I think that kind of meets the purview of what you were looking for.
Yeah, she finishes like replacing some wires and then shuts the panel and then just sort of like gesticulates and grunts that like you can now see, I think, like either on screen, on what you're viewing, Slate, that there's now a new like area active.
Excellent. So I will go ahead and say, Captain Arora, I would typically ask you to do this, but I think, Aya, did you already roll for your sensor kind of coordination?
I did. I got a 4 and a 5.
Okay. So on a mixed success there, a lot of the ship is just damaged beyond repair. You, however, notice that there are multiple cargo holds within the ship proper, just because it's such a large ship that inevitably it's going to end up moving more cargo than any other typical one. I think that most of the door controls are fried, but there's one that you managed to open that has access to food supplies, pretty much rations, that sort of thing, enough to feed a small township on the rim.
Oh, that's worth everything. Okay. I mark everything for everybody, send them like points where I think that they should look, and then I guess and tell them that I'm going to try to, me and Mei Ling will try to move some of the food back onto the ship ourselves. That will be like our primary focus, I guess.
Cool. I need to do something real quick.
No, you don't. I think it's fine.
Lies!
Okay. I think that instinctually, I think that there is something that you sense. You feel the brush and touch of May on your ear as she tries to grab your earpiece, but you are quick enough to catch her hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
And as she looks at you, she mouths very quietly, "I need to talk to you." What do you do?
I finish conveying, and I don't tell them, obviously. I finish my piece, act like everything's cool, and then I kind of nod and take off my earpiece, but I hold it in my hand.
Okay. Cool. Captain Arora, what are you doing?
The captain, now that there's a bunch of systems online and Slate and Slash are kind of busy with that, I think that Ryka wants to look around the bridge to look for more handwritten stuff, things that aren't like, I don't know. Is a captain's logs a thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they are. Remember in that Reaver episode, wasn't there like an actual captain's log or something?
Oh,
There was
yeah.
a ship log of some kind.
Ship
Yeah.
log, yeah.
There's ship logs. I will say this. Go ahead and give me your study. Is there anything else that you can do? Do you want to do stress? You can also use flashbacks.
I'll push myself.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can push myself because this is so weird to have to go like the nerdy route. I miss my shimbos.
Aw, come on.
Soon.
We only learn when we get out of our comfort zone. Come on.
Yeah, well,
All right,
we're
well,
about
I
to
rolled
dive back into that comfort zone.
It was a good idea to push myself because I rolled a 6, a 4, and a 1.
Nice. Okay. So I think that as you access the logs, there is a central holographic panel that is covered in blood and viscera and has several chunks of it carved out, and then suddenly it flickers to life, and you see the very last log of the captain of the Charybdis. And I just need to do something real quick. One moment.
No, but of course.
Okay. This is... Nope, that wasn't what I wanted.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. I had a moment.
Different
What
guy.
angels? What do the angels have to say?
They can't find me here.
The angels of our better natures. The verse speaking directly through the Charybdis. Okay, so I think
Turn a card.
I think this one might be the right one.
This is Captain Hayward of the Alliance vessel, the Charybdis, Longbow class, special detachment. We are being overrun. I am about to trigger the Dead Man Switch protocol. However, we have managed to secure the opener to a safe place. If she dies, it's of no consequence to us, but we will be hailing a cleaning crew immediately. This is Captain Hayward. Signing out. And then...
As you see the transmission cut, you hear the grunts and growls of angry reavers. And
Ryka immediately. Sorry, go ahead.
huh?
I was saying, sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say that Ryka immediately looks to mostly Slate, but also Slash. Tell me you have a goddamn idea what an opener is.
Actually,
Don't
no.
know why.
Yeah, never mind. I think no, I think we're going to very quickly cut there.
Yeah.
Aya, this companion is looking at you with a sense of kind of like apprehension. And she whispers to you, "Are you Kong She de Luanhua as well?"
I mean, this is Des. I have no idea what that means.
So this is Mandarin, and she has said, "Are you also the snake behind the lotus flower?"
I think that Aya, okay, so Aya knows what she said and pauses and kind of like narrows her eyes and is like, who wants to know?
I sent the frequency that she requested. And I was told that help would arrive immediately. I need your assistance. I need the assistance of the crew. I need to get back to the guild.
We can work something out after we strip this place clean. And if I can't deliver you, I know a couple of people who can.
I would like you to go ahead and make me a roll to try to convince her.
It's a good thing I finally bought a point and sway. Okay. What can I get for an extra time?
What can you... I'm going to treat this like Powered by the Apocalypse rules. You have to demonstrate to her that you will do something for her now. To demonstrate kind of like your sincerity or your earnestness in this.
I want to. I'm trying to find the best way to kind of convey who I really am, and where I come from. So I guess I kind of just show her. I show her like a little bit of. It sounds so stupid. Like I show her my actual ID with my full name, the recognizable actual last name that I have, and who I'm related to.
Okay. So I will tell you this. Add another die to your pool.
Okay. Got it.
Are you pushing yourself?
I always push myself.
Not Des. I don't
Come on.
anybody else.
4 and a
Yeah, I
6.
pushed myself.
4 and a 6.
Yeah.
And she says, I can open a frequency to your sister, but we need to get out of this area as quickly as possible. They will perform a clean sweep operation. Nothing will be left of this sector.
They will not catch us. And I give her like this very solemn nod and then also show my egg timer. Like, we got this.
And she just, again, like cocking her head as a dog would before righting herself. And,
Oh God.
and we are going to cut back to the crew. So you guys
What
hit,
in the Goram hell is happening?
I know.
and I will say this, Captain Arora, you just found out this information on the logs. You have put this to Slash and Slate. I will tell you this, Slate and Slash, there is no possibility. I will tell you this, there is a very outside desperate chance that you could know what an opener is. But
That's Slash retains the ability to remember that.
yeah. So I will say this. Okay, so you can either spend for a flashback or you can roll them dice. What do you want to do?
I'll roll them bones.
Okay.
What would the roll be?
I will say if this is related to your time in the Alliance as aboard these longbow class cruisers, what do you think would be germane?
I don't know. Maybe either operator, tinker, or stud, something in insight.
Insight makes sense.
Yeah, use insight.
Okay,
Just
I have
ins-
just insight in general because I have 1 in that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Is that a vertical column thing?
Yeah.
Or
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and just say, yeah, go ahead and roll your insight.
cool. I get 2.
That's a 6.
Okay.
Nice.
2
All
and a
right.
4.
All right. So even on a 6, this is probably going to be fairly esoteric knowledge, but deep in the back of the recesses of your memory before the space madness took hold, you remember one higher ranking official coming on board. You heard a snippet of conversation about what an opener was. It was basically, you had heard also of like things like contractors through Blue Sun. You had heard about, standard mercenary operatives. You had heard also about, in hushed whispers, the discussion of a Alliance operative that operated without rank or without any kind of official jurisdiction. These were kind of like the ghost stories that you would hear on the ship. An opener is very similar to an operative, but not within a field capacity. They're more like an asset.
So when you ask Aurora what an opener is, Slash, there, I think just with that role, I think she just does, there's like not even like a moment's hesitation. She just goes operative.
That's a new word. All right.
This is some Alliance boogeyman fuckery.
Oh no.
Aya?
Slash just nods her head. She doesn't have the capacity to like
Yeah.
speak like physically,
Cap.
but she's
Yeah.
just like letting you know.
Who's the only person we found alive on this ship?
Oh, I know. I'm a step ahead of you. Aya, can you hear us?
Aya, where is your earpiece right now?
It's still in my hand. I assume like this is as the conversation with Melee is happening, so she can't hear any of this. She's too focused on what they were talking about.
Okay. And she looks at you and says, "Are your friends trustworthy?"
Absolutely.
I will say with that 6 that you rolled, and kind of seeing the full ID card, she'll nod and then she will move her eyes to the earpiece.
Before she puts it on, she looks at Melee and says, "I will tell you right now, if you fuck me over, I will bury you. And you know now that I have the means to do that."
And she I think there's just kind of an unreadable expression on her face.
And I put the earpiece in. "Hi, Cap. What's up?
You okay?
We're just moving all these fucking boxes.
All right. Well,
I'm not very. You know me.
don't
but
react. Don't react
Okay.
to where she can see. But looks like we might have a Alliance boogeyman operative situation with meleeing. So just eyes open, okay? And you let us know if she looks skittish at all.
yeah, I'll keep an eye out. Don't worry.
Okay. It looks like if the Alliance figures out that she's been compromised, they would. What was the word? Clean sweep? Cleaning crew. They could be sending a cleaning crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Got
gotta.
it.
We're gonna
We'll-
move fast.
We'll boogie out of here. Don't worry.
Okay. I look at Slate and Slash. I think she wants off the ship just as bad as we do, and
Hit what's
I don't know about
valuable
you,
and
but
run.
I'm not turning anyone into the Alliance.
No, fuck them.
Yeah, let's get our shit and run.
All right. That space that Slash just opened up looks like we might have some valuable tech in there. I'll go back, toss everything I can find in the med bay into a net, and let's boogie.
Yeah,
I can get
Slash can carry the heavy guns.
Oh, I was gonna say, does Slash want to do that, or do you want to go to engineering and get any like fuel cells that are still alive? Because I feel like as an engineering person, that if Slash wants to,
we can
Ryka
do
will
that.
offer the chance.
Oh yeah, no, we can do that first. I just think
Well,
in terms
we're
of
ending
who
it
can
engineering anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's just
how
who
about-
can carry that heavy
Yeah.
tech. Slash
Alright.
is the one that probably can.
So
Okay.
Slash and Ryka will go to the armory, whatever little weapons depots that are open. You can get stuff from medbay, and we'll meet back at engineering.
I'm so stressed out right now, and it
Yeah.
feels like
I
we won, but
know!
it doesn't feel like we won. I'm waiting for that hammer.
So at this point, I would like I for anybody that's carrying something heavy, I'd like you to make an action roll to represent this endeavor as time is beginning to tick down on the egg timer.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I carrying something heavy? Was there enough stuff in the medical unit to?
No, I think you got a success in the medical unit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that what you are going to get is a as I look up some of this stuff real quick on the Firefly wiki, because that is the thing. You find I believe the term is a neural imager. So you find a medical neural imager, or pardon me, a 3D neuro imager. So it would be essentially kind of like a something you can strip for components. It's a fairly large, kind of like almost like CAT scan like tool. You find some cardiac infusers and some bifidine. So basically just some very valuable chemicals you can probably trade for the equivalent of one fund.
Nice. All right. Strip it and run.
Yeah. I will say this, Slash, if you are pulling a full fuel cell, I will need you to roll a prowess attribute.
Sure.
And I will take a stress to help you. On
Could
that.
we cut gravity to the ship?
You can certainly try.
That
I
would make
could maybe try,
because that would
Well,
make
that's
all the
slowest.
carrying really easy.
It'll make the carrying easy, yeah.
but slow us down.
But it will slow us down. Well, I'm helping with the carrying.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 and a 4. Not
Okay.
great.
All right. So on a 4, I am going to tick the clock 2 times.
Yep.
Chit.
Okay. So I'm gonna also, for the medical supplies, I'm gonna tick it once. Okay. So it's an 8 clock. We have 3 down. Who's doing what else?
I think it's fuel cells. Well, Aya and Mei Ling who are doing food. Do they need to roll for food?
Yeah. Go ahead and I will say, make sure to add that 1 die, Aya, if you want to roll prowess or any kind of attribute that you think would work, like operators maneuver.
Ooh, okay, let's go with that maneuver. And a 4, and a 5.
Okay. I am gonna again tick it 2 more times.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. I think it's fuel cells and rabbit at this point.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. I was gonna say, if you want to cut the gravity, it probably will just, like, I think that'll slow you down. So just bear that in mind. But you'll probably be able to get 1 more fund worth of materials.
I like them odds.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. Gonna tick that 1 more. All told, you guys are going to have about 5 funds worth of swag. I am going to tell you what. I would like Captain Aurora to make me a luck roll.
Okay.
All right. You may use whatever attribute you like that you feel like is appropriate for this situation.
Oh, a 6 and a 1.
Okay.
Unsteady.
So you manage to make this as expedient a salvage operation as possible. You grab as much as you can in as quick as a time. Slate, with that back door, you cut you cut the gravity, artificial gravity on the ship. You are able to, while it's slower, you are still able to move that much more materials, resulting in about 5 funds worth of
Sweet.
goodies. So yeah, you are able to abscond. The egg timer goes off as you guys are filling the last of your coffers on the Helena, and you are able to, Aya, if you would like, you can navigate out of this sector.
Easy peasy. Let's get out of here.
Let me unclamp.
Mhm.
Get the fuck out.
Yep.
Excellent.
Rabbit.
And that, as you guys rabbit out and you have your shiny goods in your store, you guys manage to get out with ample time left before this Alliance clean sweep shows up.
Woo.
All right.
Ooh.
And well done. You have gotten out of the sector. So you guys are on the outskirts of the Blue Sun sector. You are moving the route back from whence you came. I'm assuming that you guys also kind of, I think, because remember, the other thing about this is the ship was unmanned the entire time that a lot of this loading was transpiring before. Just logistically for our viewers, how did you guys get back up to the ship along with the cargo?
Oh, it looks like Hopper has an idea.
Okay,
May I suggest Batman zipline bullshit?
please do, and describe how.
So I think with the cable, we have a cable line running from the cargo bay to the engine, the cold engines, and so a lot of this, what this looks like, is just netting up big sections of like weapons, fuel cells, etc., slapping, hooking it up to a little brick-sized box, which is and then last one, we all just hang on.
They had remote control shit in Firefly, like this thing, like there's the remote control buggy pulley thing going on.
Yeah.
And
we
also
Scavenger ship.
and then there's Slash with arms.
Yes.
Yeah, just hand over hand.
Oh, well, I don't really have the other hand, but I just loop my elbow around, and it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Your arm is technically replaced.
they all got that bullshit, but we gotta play to find out, babies.
I don't have a hand. I have a buzzsaw.
Oh, you don't have a hand.
So I in order to hold on, I have to like hook my elbow
Man, it doesn't
around.
come with like a little Captain Hook attachment. You can just go.
But buzzsaw.
some fucking what BioShock Infinite zoop.
Yeah, skyhook.
The sky
Yeah.
hooks.
Thank you. My brain just
What with
did
the zoop?
zoop.
Zoop. So you guys zoop.
It's like a ZHJ sound.
CHJ. Zoop.
Oh
So
boy.
you guys zoop back up to the Helena. You secure your cargo just as the egg timer is going off. Aya, your timing is perfect. And you guys go ahead and moon the Guan Yu and the Charybdis on your way out of the sector.
Oh, cool.
Boop, boop, boop.
And
Yeah.
Do we actually? Slate doesn't moon them. That's undignified.
well, that's the
Ryka will.
that's the fire.
Ryka and Aya will. I have a feeling.
That
I
is
definitely ready to moon it.
that is that is the fire.
And Melee is just like, what is wrong with both of you?
I think
Don't worry about the Firefly terminology. We're just gonna go with it.
I was gonna say that's the technical term for you turning 180 degrees and then flashing your engines. But if you guys want to
Oh,
literally,
is that what we're flashing?
if you guys want to
Yeah.
literally moon them, I'm more
Yes.
than happy to accommodate this in the fiction.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah, at which point meleeing is just was a choice that I made. And you guys settle into the jaunt back to the White Sun system, to the central core worlds, back towards the direction of Persephone. So some time is going to pass. Is there anything that you guys do on the ship?
Yes.
Yes.
Ryka wants to talk to Mei-Ling.
Okay. Or is this going to be in private, or are you going to do this in front of the rest of the crew?
It would normally be in private, but because Ryka has a feeling that Mei-Ling may be an Alliance boogeyman, which is not a bad thing,
Mhm.
but just to be safe, I think this is probably going to happen over like family dinner one night. Now that they have real food, they got some stores, they can actually have like a real meal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think Ryka's just gonna start with asking about where Mei-Ling is off to.
And I'm going to change the music here.
Aww.
As you guys are settling down for dinner and you pose this question to Mei Li-Ying, she says, just back to the core worlds, back to the Companions Guild. I feel like this experience has forced me to kind of recalibrate my intentions for the future.
And the Alliance going into the center planet doesn't pose a danger to you as far as the Alliance goes?
Oh, absolutely. I think that the companions really, honestly, I'm a guild member in good standing. I don't think it'll be an issue. If you would like to learn more, you are more than welcome to study, or what would you like to do?
Yeah. I don't believe her. I don't think I believe her. I'm gonna find out. Do I believe her?
Flash is
Madonna.
just
5, I might. I would like to study her, and I rolled a 5 and a 4.
Okay. You rolled a 5 and a 4. Okay, so on a mixed success, I will tell you essentially that she is very young, but I mean, she is still a very fully trained companion and member of the guild in good standing. So she's trained from a young age. So she is, by definition, probably fairly capable in terms of everything from seductive arts to unarmed combat to cultural studies and a great deal of information in that regard. It strikes you still, however, that she might be a little bit rattled to play, but she's playing it close to the chest.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Miss Ling, if you find yourself in the need to get out of there quick, we're always willing to help friend.
And she looks to you and says, I am very grateful for that. And perhaps if it behooves our guild mistress, I might be able to perhaps see about a tenure aboard or perhaps some other arrangement to with the rest of the crew. With yourself and your crew, I should say.
Ryka will look around.
Flash is just eating.
Well, gang,
Slate has. I think Slate's the only person responsible enough to cook, so I think you just definitely see Slate in like a really just a very severe looking apron and just like a pot of beans, just kind of staring.
Okay.
Well, Miss Lang, we've not so long ago lost quite a bit of our crew, and well, if you want to adventure with us, I'm sorry, Ryka didn't roll high enough to know this is not a good idea. Don't look at me like that.
Oh,
Don't look at me like that.
That was in response to the lost crew members.
Oh, that. Okay, I thought I was getting it. Why are you inviting her to the?
Nope.
But also, like, whatevs.
And she nods and you know, very gratefully and graciously nods towards you and continues the rest of the meal. And
Does Aya say anything? Because well, she was looking to all
Aya's
the
got
crew
her
members to see if they were okay with the idea of Mei Ling joining the crew.
I mean,
Slash was eating.
Slash hasn't attacked her, which is a good sign.
Very good.
Yeah.
Even though there's actual food, Aya is just like downing space Cheetos. Like, just like
Space
barely paying
Cheetos.
attention.
Your Honor, I'd like my client's previous statement stricken from the record.
Your Honor, my client.
My client speaks for herself.
Oh,
I advised her not to say that.
it's space Cheetos and Odie bars now, so that's how that
man.
works now. But yeah, I think
Crimes.
unless anybody has anything else, the rest of the meal passes without incident. However,
No, no.
later that night, when
Sleep.
all of the crew have ostensibly gone off to their quarters. By the way, where would you have situated Mei Ling? Would you have kind of put her in the other remaining crew quarters, or in those previous crew members, or what would you have done for a guest?
I feel like it would be in some quarters that did not have access to where the four of us would be, and also the bridge.
Okay.
Like
Cool.
I'm guessing, like probably close to the med bay or something, like some quarters out. Well, you know what? I think Slash is out there too, because we also said that Slash was near the med bay and not near us. So I think Ryka, Slate, and Aya are closer to the bridge, because in case something goes wrong, they got to
Slate's
be
close
there.
to Slash.
Slash
Oh,
is in the cargo bay. That's where she sleeps, and maybe up until now, you've made sure she's been chained up when she sleeps.
Yeah. We might.
Yeah.
We probably will be revisiting that arrangement.
Slate Slate lives or Slate's quarters are in one of the pods that it's just off the cargo bay.
So meleeing would be somewhere around there, not near the bridge or the captain or the pilot.
Okay. So oh, this is not appropriate. Hold on.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh god.
Let's see. I think this might work. So, tell me something. Do you typically, when you are piloting the ship, how close is the captain to you, Aya? And are there any stretches of time when you are piloting the ship alone?
I'd say most of the time I'm piloting the ship alone. I mean, everybody is welcome to kind of join me. I don't pretend that it's particularly interesting for anybody else. I would say that the captain is usually fairly close. She's the only person that probably would relieve me to get some actual sleep. But, you know, for the most part, you know, I would live in I would live up there if I could. But then, you know, it gets stinky.
Okay. As you are settling in, I think probably the second hour of piloting the ship by your Lonesome, there is a knock on a gentle knock on the bulkhead of the cockpit.
Hang on, I'm naked. I'm not naked.
And there is just kind of just silence.
Okay, come in.
The door kind of shuttles open, and in walks Mei Ying. How has she changed into what attire has she changed into, and is it typical of a companion or is it unique?
I think it's still the bearing of a companion. Most companions that I has met wouldn't, like, even when they're dressing down, they still look very put together, as if just in case they might meet someone or need something at any moment to turn on the charm. So even though she's relaxed and she has fancy pajamas, basically, is what I imagine.
Excellent. And she is carrying some sort of device in her hand, which you recognize would slot into the navigation interface of your computer, of your navigation computer. And she says, I think that my mistress would like to speak to you.
I kind of give it a moment, glance over, make sure that from what I know, everybody's asleep before I put it in.
Give me a luck roll.
Don't make that face.
We're playing to find out. You do it. We got to do this. Make them luck rolls. Do it.
Make them luck rolls. Okay. Can I add anything else, or is it just pure luck?
You may take stress, or I will tell you this. You can add. I will tell you this. You can add a die for a devil's bargain if you like. I choose one person that hears.
I like that. All right. So
It's juicy.
yeah. All right. So here we go. A 5 and a 6.
Okay. All right. So, I think Captain Arora, you are making your final rounds of the ship. There's something about your quick kind of mental calculus, or kind of like those errant thoughts that came to the fore while you were in the Charybdis, the 2x2 hands of blue, the memory that you had of the girl that you can't quite place, but you know the voice and it's very familiar to you. And you hear some very quiet talking coming from the cockpit. And I think at this point, there is kind of an instinct to kind of charge in, but also it seems like there is a kind of like this furtive nature to the discussion. So I'm going to continue with the scene, but I will ask you realistically, would you barge in or would you wait and listen by the door?
Oh, Ryka would wait and listen.
Okay.
She's not a shimbo.
She's a mastermind.
She's a mastermind.
Okay.
So excited for you.
So quietly you kind of creep and wait. And Mei Li Ying looks at you, Aya, and says, "May I?" And she has this navigation kind of chip in her hand.
I gesture. Go ahead.
And into the computer, she slots this piece of Alliance tech, which its function becomes immediately apparent as your comm channel opens on an encrypted frequency. And staring back at you is the face of your sister. And what changes have time wrought on your sister as she looks back at you?
She's not too much older than I remember her being. Her hair is short now. It's not so much that she looks different, it's that I maybe if the captain could get a good look, it's surprising how much Aya and Rui look alike. Just remove the tattoos, cut the hair, they could be twins. But she looks to be maybe in her mid 30s now, a little bit stressed, but all Aya can see is like, when she thinks of her sister, she just sees her at 14 years old, thinks the world of her big sister who could do no wrong. And I assume that she's, because of the nature of hiding out and things like that, dressed nondescriptly. You can't make out too much about where she is or how she's been doing by design.
Absolutely. And what did Rui ever have a pet name for you?
Probably. No. Aya is her pet name for me, because Aya's not Aya is more as the name that I chose to go by, not my real name anyways.
Okay.
So she calls me Aya.
And did you guys typically speak in Mandarin, or did you use English? Or were you kind of mixing it?
Yeah, it's a definite mix of Mandarin and English.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I think she just says to you, very this kind of placid but pleasant expression on her face. She looks at you and says, "Hello, Aya. It's been a long time."
It has been. You okay? You good?
I'm better than okay. I'm very well. I am glad to see that May is alive and well. And May, kind of like taking this in, is just kind of like watching and kind of resigned to watching this play out.
Okay. Yeah.
And she looks at you and she says, "So I understand an explanation is probably in order."
That'd be nice.
I had no other option but to go to Badger through, let's say, more clandestine channels. It took a very long time for me to put these wheels into motion, but ultimately I could not have foreseen a Reaver raid of all things.
Yeah, that's definitely not on anybody's bingo card.
So you have to understand, I had to act quickly.
I get it.
So I made sure that Badger contracted Captain Arora. Because I knew that I could trust my sister. May is a gifted companion. That, of course, is certain. She is in the guild in good standing, but there are some qualities that she possesses that makes her inordinately valuable to the Alliance. Namely, her singing voice. And
Okay.
May kind of, I think, looks at you and looks at your sister's face on the comm. And I think there's an apprehensive look on her face, and Rui nods and says, "Go ahead." And May begins singing a lonesome, mournful tune in Mandarin. I need you, Captain Arora, to make me a luck roll with your study. I will let you add another die to this.
You're muted.
Do we get to take a drink now, or is it just me?
It's just you. A 6, a 5, and a 1.
Okay.
I had to mute myself so I could just do the face acting of Ryka listening to this.
All right. On a 6, a 5, and a 1, with a 6, you hear the song talking, and is the long, mournful song about a lotus flower that dies in the middle of its season and how it must return when spring comes again. And hearing the song triggers something in you, a very vivid memory. And you realize what it is. Your family in the Alliance was too high up to eliminate you altogether. More importantly, however, they had the means to eliminate the knowledge that would allow you, in its absence, to continue to live your life as any citizen would. And in a facility with hands of blue, 2 by 2, they removed the memory and the key to getting home. And you remember, as you listen to the song, what a harmonic encryption frequency is. It is a key that opens a door to the place that you left behind in your memories, to the earth that was. And as May finishes her song, your sister, Aya, looks at you and says, "You don't understand this, but she is a key. She is gifted and she is talented as any companion, but the Alliance seek to make her into a simple object, something that a tool that they can use to pass between upper echelons, well, and to open paths to their little fiefdom, while the rest of us sit on the rim. I will tell you this. The Alliance may have its operatives, but the Guild has the Congé de l'Envoi, its own operatives. And I will be dead before I let any more harm come to women like her. I trust you implicitly, and I can't think of any better protector than you. And I'm sorry to ask you to do this, but my options are limited.
The only better protectors I can think of are on this ship. She's in safe hands.
If you can deliver her to the Guild, it would be incredibly helpful to us, but the core worlds are not safe. We will need to take you to a safe house on the rim, some distance travel. There is no place in the verse where the Alliance will not go to reacquire Mei Li Ying.
We'll go there. If the captain objects, the first time as soon as I can get another ship, I'll take her there. If I have to. But I think we'll be okay.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
And she sits back and she says, "May I look forward to seeing you, to continuing your training and to learning what you have learned in your journey thus far." And May, I think, kind of looks to between these two faces, they're so similar, and nods, almost as though she doesn't really have much of a choice anymore. And the comm blinks out and the light on the encryption device goes blank.
I kind of look to May and say, so, are you ready to live out on the rim?
And May looks at you and in a not very convincing fashion says, yes, yes. I am. What's it like?
You're gonna hate it. But it'll be fun. It's, you know what? Talking as somebody who gets it, anything is better than living in those fucking cages out on the core planets.
And she looks at you and says, "You're not as convincing a liar as your sister." And
Nah.
and the light kind of fades out on that scene. But before we kind of move on to Captain Arora, I am actually very curious, what are Slash and Slate getting up to as they settle in after this mission?
Sleeping like normal fucking people? I don't know.
I live normal.
Like,
I'm not doing anything weird.
Flash doesn't have much going on in the upstairs, area, the old attic.
I would say after dinner, there's like some flashcard type stuff where like Slate.
More language learning.
Yeah, more language learning. And Slate's just like, I think do you think during this, do you think Slate calls you Slash or does Slate call you by your given name?
Ooh, that's up to you.
Ooh, I'm gonna roll a dice.
So I think like you get like every time Slash kind of gets more distracted, Slate will like hold up like kind of a flash card, which usually has like they're very clearly handmade. And so like it's a lot of times it's stuff that's more likely to be interesting to Slash. And whenever she gets distracted, Slate will say, Isolde, hey. And anytime like just looking for a sense of recognition.
I think the first time it slips out, like Slash sort of like jolts, but then the recognition like fades into the background again as she just repeats whatever word is on the flashcard.
I think, yeah, you just
might be also trying to eat it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like holding it and like nope. swapping little bits of jerky for flashcards.
Yep.
And I think, yeah, you see like a moment of like kind of like this just really like just surprised delight when there's that moment of recognition, and then this kind of weary like just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, when there's not any more recognition from there on. That's what we're doing. We're just down there.
Normal.
Being normal.
Excellent. Love that. So finally, Captain Arora, you've had a bit of a bombshell dropped on you, several in fact. So what do you do as you kind of learn all of this information?
I think Captain Arora you just stand there for probably a good several minutes, like trying not to get too wrapped up in these memories that have suddenly flooded my system, but also trying to digest this clear reference to Aya's sister and all of that. And I think eventually Ryka makes towards her cabin, and you see her, instead of going to bed, she starts turning on lights around a desk, she pulls out a journal, and she just starts writing everything she can remember about the Earth that was.
Excellent. And the scene draws out through the bulkhead out to the exterior of the Helena, this Cerberus class ship that is taking every job it can to stay flying and manage to somehow have a win out of a desperate situation. And you wonder where next it will venture as it goes once more into the verse. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session and our two-parter.
Hey!
So, guys, thanks so much for joining us. First off, thank you to Waffles Maple Syrup for rating us. Thanks to everybody for joining us and watching. This was a real blast. And a real great thing we got to make up by the seat of our pants as we play to find out. So we're going to go ahead and end it tonight with shout outs, and we're going to go once again around the round table and see what everybody's got going on. So Des, if you want to start us off.
Once again, I was Des. I am Desapalooza, wherever anybody could be anywhere on the internet. I have nothing going on. I suppose I should do more streams. So that way that when these things happen, I can plug more things. So yeah, if you have a stream, let me know. And I'll see you next time, maybe.
Marcy, plug out, plug outs, plug in, plugs, shout outs. There we go. I can talk.
Are you okay?
Well, I have been Marcy, aka Experimental Madness, which is still a name you can find me most places around the internet. Zach, this was great. It was really fun revisiting a fandom that I personally hadn't really been back to since I was a teenager, which was great. For shout outs, well, first off, I'll do The Hole in the World every other Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Zach is our resident DM for that too. So if you love magic and weird, wild, unfathomable worlds, absolutely join us. You can also catch up on the first part and the interlude sections of our story on our YouTube channel. And in addition to that, of course, Flights of Fandom continues into the month of October. So, whenever we finish one flight, I've got to tease what the next one is going to be for the next month. So throughout every Tuesday in October, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be taking a little trip to the oldest house. If anyone is a fan of the video game Control, that will be our very, very, very spooky flight for the month. And oh wait, Zach's DMing again.
What? Who is this guy? Where does he come from? What is he about?
Yeah,
Great.
yes. Be sure to join us for that. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you. I can't wait. Hops, what do you got for us?
That's me. I've got depressing stuff. I'm gonna do a quick shout out to our amazing folks over at Encounter Party. They've got they're just constantly producing really good content. If you like actual play podcasts, this is a professional crew that puts out edited to remove all the weird, boring in between stuff, the awkward pauses, and the just bad parts of listening to somebody else play a game, so you can enjoy the good parts. It's a professional cast. They're fucking rad. I would also like to remind everybody that September is Suicide Awareness Month, and sometimes it gets lonely out here in the black, traveling amongst the stars. And remember that while it may feel like we are ships passing in the night, we're not. You're surrounded by people, and a lot of those people happen to care a lot about you. And for those of you that aren't struggling, maybe take the time to reach out to the people that you love in your life and just check in with them and tell them that they matter to you. And because like I said, it gets cold out here, but we're all in this together, except for Nazis. We space Nazis.
Damn right on both counts. And thank you, Hopper. And finally, Puja, shout outs and plugs.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Puja. You can find me on Twitter at Puja and at Pujabberwocky on Instagram and on Twitch. I don't stream there. I just chat through that account. But when I'm not here on Tuesdays, including the upcoming ones with some spoopy stuff, you can find me over on Wandering DM's channel on Thursdays at 8:30 Eastern, where we play Sentinels of the Multiverse RPG. And make different comic book issues for superheroes every week. And it's really fun because the audience and chat can participate in the game by purchasing and playing trading cards that affect the game's life. And on Sundays, you can find me over on Practical 1040's channel playing Romance of the Blue Rose, which is a Blue Rose campaign set in the system by Green Ronin. And you should definitely come watch that because a bunch of incels on the internet called it the gay RPG. And I mean, do you need to hear more about it? Okay, if you do, we may have formed a polycule. Okay, that's it. I may be overcommitted in the very near future, and so stay tuned for more announcements because I've done so much character generation in the last 2 weeks. I don't know what's up and down anymore.
Overcommitting, what's that like? Who knows?
I don't know. What?
Overcommitting, never heard of her.
So last shout out I will go ahead and give is the one I didn't give last week, which I should have, which is I really want to shout out David Brunell-Brutman, the creator and one of the resident GMs here on Flights of Fandom, and the creator of In the Dark, which is the hack of Blades in the Dark that we have been using to play our heist game mechanically in the Firefly universe. He just released the newest edition of this hack on itch. You can find that game plus all of the other games that he has made, including Teens with Attitude, a personal favorite, at dbb-8.itch.io. And Puja has gone ahead and helpfully added that to the chat. You should check it out. You should definitely check out all of his games. Patronize it where possible, because I want to see more of those games and all of the tricks that David's got up his sleeve. So thanks so much, David, for giving us this game and letting us do this awesome stuff. We're coming up on 11:15, so we are going to go ahead and call it a night. Thanks again for joining us, and once again, be good to each other, be well, and come game with us. Night, everybody.